aboard the missing tourist sub are presumed dead after what the Coast Guard calls a catastrophic implosion. The latest, please.
A remotely operated vehicle found the nose, the cone, and other debris of that submersible on the seafloor just 1,600 feet from the iconic Titanic shipwreck that they were going to explore. So they're close together at the bottom of the ocean. The Coast Guard said the submersible suffered a catastrophic implosion.
This is a incredibly unforgiving environment down there on the seafloor, and the debris is consistent with a catastrophic implosion of the vessel. And so we'll continue to work and continue to search the area down there.
The Navy said it detected implosion sounds days ago, but the data they had wasn't definitive, and they continued their search effort. The Titan's owner, OceanGate, says, quote, "This is a very sad time for the entire explorer community and for each of the family members of those lost at sea. We respectfully ask that the privacy of these families be respected during this most painful time." Now, robots will continue to search the ocean floor. There's a possibility that the 5 men's bodies are never recovered because of the conditions underground.
And that's where we are now. All right,
Yeah.
Lauren, thanks very much.
Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Shem Shah, by Shem Kakorash. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, who the worldly calls God. In his name in Hebrew means he exists. And Yahweh Shah's name is the only begotten Son, who the worldly calls Jesus Christ. In his name in Hebrew means he delivers. By Shem is in the name, Kakorash, the Holy Spirit. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone of the well. Peace and blessings to the Shishrak and the supports forth in the truth, that the four corners of the earth. I want to say shalom to you brothers to keep pushing. And a double shalom to the Israelites that look like the other nations that are worthy. I want to say shalom to you brothers and sisters as well. My name is DeWild from G-Man Star St. Louis Camp. And I'm coming out of another video. And yeah. So just wanted to do a quick video on this submarine. Alright. That was supposed to go down and see where that Titanic sunk at. Okay. And it just goes to show you that, hey, this is, well, number one, this is Yahweh Shemiel Shah is doing, because Yahweh Shemiel Shah controls everything, okay? Because go back to the captain of the ship. He said not even God can sink this ship, okay? In which 100 plus years later, you have this new crew that's trying to search for the Titanic that sunk, and hundreds and hundreds of people died, okay, that day, okay, and they froze to death in that freezing Arctic Ocean, okay. And with that being said, Yahweh Shemiel Shah controls Esau as well, you know, because Esau Edom, he thinks that he is the Most High, okay. And Esau Edom thinks that he can build these contraptions and boats and missiles and whatever. And you all playing into the hands of Yahweh Shemiel Shah, because Yahweh Shemiel Shah gave you that technology and gave you everything that you see. Okay, as far as like your technology on the left-hand side, like the AI, the robots, okay, and even that C-HIP technology, which that's the MOTB, all right, just in case if you didn't know, which everybody should know by now. But so yeah, you had the explorers that died. So it was 5 people that was on that ship, okay, and yeah, hey, they're dead. Because they said that it was a catastrophic implosion. Okay, because the pressure was too high down there. But hey, if that's the case, like, shouldn't y'all do research to keep that from happening? And I just wanted to play this other video from The Simpsons, because they saying that The Simpsons predicted that, which The Simpsons did not predict it, because it's pretty much a dictated event. Okay, so it's a controlled event. It's like a controlled explosion. Okay, like a kind of like a public execution. All right, which that's a controlled death. Okay, it's not a natural death. It's a controlled death. Okay, so let's go ahead watch that.
Today I'm filled with joy, searching for treasure with my long-lost son. Uma, look! The treasure of Piso Mahado! No! What do I do?
Right, which that actually wasn't the Titanic. I don't know what that was. I don't know. I don't watch The Simpsons, but like every time something happened, just magically The Simpsons just have an episode that coincides with the event that's taking place. Okay, so that this is just Esau Edom's doing, because he's trying to play the Most High. Okay, and go ahead and click out of that. So it says speculation that the TV series somehow predicted the missing Titanic. The missing Titan submersible in its 1998 Simpsons Tide episode was debunked Thursday by veteran show writer Mike Reese, who himself descended 13,000 feet in a vessel to see the wreckage of the Titanic last July. Now, why the fuck wasn't that in the news? Okay, 13,000 feet. Because, hey, last time I heard, which we just heard it, actually, it was, they was 16,000 feet from the Titanic. So what is it? So how far is it even down there? Okay. You don't know. Probably because you never even seen it. So, yeah. So, you can't trust nothing that these damn devils say. Okay? Because everything that you either might say is a damn lie. Okay? And if it is truth mixed with that, it's still a lie. Because a lie mixed with truth is what? A lie. Because a lie taints the whole truth, so that makes it not the truth. So, you either got 100% truth or you don't. Just like we at Great Millstone Clan, we have 100% truth. Okay, so Job 14:1. A man that is born of a woman is of a few days and full of trouble. Yeah, this world is hell, man. Especially ran underneath you Edomites, because y'all are not righteous rulers. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And you Edomites are the wicked. Verse 2, he cometh forth like a flower and is cut down. His fleet also as a shadow and continueth not, and does not open thy eyes upon such an one, and bringest me into judgment with thee. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Right? Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Right? So, talking about just man in general. Okay, and who is Esau Edom? He is a man. So he is a carnal man. Because as far as like carnality, Esau Edom has mastered carnality, like on the left-hand side. Because this kingdom exceeded all other kingdoms. And this kingdom is pretty much all the other previous kingdoms rolled into one kingdom to make it this mega kingdom. Okay? And yeah, because the Egyptians, they didn't achieve they didn't create robots, they didn't create what Esau Edom has created, like cars and stuff like that. Which really Jake created that if you go into the history. But Esau Edom, he kind of perfected it. He took it to the next level. Okay? But kind. So let's go over here to second Esdras 5 and 4 and 6. And it reads, Then answered I and said, What man is able to do that thou shouldest ask such things of me? All right. So this is This is Ezra talking to Uriel. Right? And he said unto me, if I should ask thee how great dwellings are in the midst of the sea, or how many springs are in the beginning of the deep, or how many springs are above the firmament, or which are the goings of paradise, peradventure thou wouldst say unto me, I never went down into the deep, nor as yet into hell, neither did I ever climb up into heaven. Right? So this is Ezra and the angel talking. You know, cause Esau Edom, he done a lot of these things, but like we just read, you know, bounds that man cannot pass. Cause Esau Edom, he reached the pinnacle of carnality. You know, cause hey, this is it. Okay, cause this is it before Yahweh Shem Yahushua comes back and destroy this place. Cause wickedness always has to reach a level of a peak, okay, before he comes back, you know, like, and it's been like that with all the kingdoms before. It was like that during the time of the flood. Okay, yeah, so wickedness was at its peak. So that's why the Lord, he sent the flood to drown everybody out. And only 8 people made it. Okay, but this go around, it's finna be worse, because, you know, this time it's going to be with fire. So this is 2 Peter 3. It says, we'll start at verse 3. It says, I'll start at 1. This second epistle, beloved, I write now unto you, in both which I stir up your pure minds by the way of remembrance, that ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken by the holy prophets, and the commandment of us, the apostles of the Lord and Savior. Right? Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, right, meaning they passed, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of Yahweh the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. But the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Right? So that was the first death, was by water. The second death gonna be with fire, man. Okay, yeah, fire hurt way worse than water. Okay, yeah, you know, die by fire, that's an agonizing, painful death. Okay, like each second feel like 1,000 years. Feel like it's everlasting. Okay, and I'm going to close it out on this. So this is Genesis 27. I'm starting 38. And it reads, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Right? So yeah, so the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven. But it's like a bootleg blessing, you know. It's like a temporary kingdom of heaven. Okay? But the blessing that our forefather Isaac gave unto us, you know, which is Yahweh Shai and the reincarnation, if you can receive that. Our kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. It's for all the rest of eternity. Okay? So verse 41. Now Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Right? And Esau Edom, he still holds that animosity towards Jacob to this day. And it shows, you know, got police officers, you know, breaking in, stopping you, slapping a ticket on you, knee on the neck, George Floyd. Which George Floyd was wicked. But still though, you know, you Edomites are the sword of the Most High, and you still gonna have to pay for touching the Lord's elect and his people in general. And these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah, and she sent and called Jacob, her younger son, and said unto him, Behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, does comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. Right? So yeah, we fled, because Esau and Jacob been at war since the beginning of time. Okay, but kind. So we're gonna end it off with that. I want to say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Kagodash, Shalom, and a Baba Bar.